and you pick one of the stories you want me to tell you.
Pick one of the stories?
Yeah, pick one of the stories that you think, out of my past, that you think is so terribly funny.
Oh, the whole Heathen arc seems very humorous to me.
Oh, Heathen, when I took her for a walk?
Yeah, the whole...
Oh!
All the Heathen stories that you've told me.
All the Heathen stories? Well, the one I love the most about Heathen, now, you gotta understand, when I first got Heathen, she was a bobcat kitten, and I was working at Fort Grant in one of the inmate-operated business enterprises, working on jewelry, and there was a dirt road that went behind the half-lined Quonset huts.
Right.
And there was this kitten walking down the dirt road. I thought it was just a normal kitten, and I walked out there and picked it up, and this little thing is trying to take my arm. It's going to eat me. You know, I just picked up a living, breathing, fur-covered chainsaw. Oh, geez, this little thing was pissed off. And it wasn't much longer than about that, you know, little thing. You know, it was going to eat me. And so I took it back eventually to my house at Grant Hall, my cell, so to speak, and raised it. And all the guys, we were playing pinochle every Friday and Saturday night until brunch came up the following morning. And everybody got along with her. And there was this, I come back from work one day, and there's this enormous black guy. I mean, he had to be like 6'6", 6'8". Big-ass black guy. And he's standing outside the door to my house, looking in the window. And I'm thinking, oh shit, what is this? And I come up on him and I, you know, is there something I can help you with? Well, everybody on the yard knew me. I had one of those kind of reputations. But, and he's like, yeah, dude, your cat's been in my house. And I'm, the fuck you talking about? My cat's been in your... What? I open the door, and I look, and Heathen, because I always slept on a top bunk, always. I didn't want the bottom bunk. I always wanted a top bunk. Why, I don't know. But I always did. Heathen is up on the top bunk, and she's playing with a pack of Pall Malls.
A pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, a pack of cigarettes. A pack of Pall Mall cigarettes. I didn't smoke Pall Malls. I smoked Camels. Heathen is just batting it around like it's Christmas. Laying on her back, you know, doing this, her hind legs, the whole thing. It's, you know, it was like some kind of goddamn circus show. She took my smokes from my house, dude. Oh, shit. So now I gotta walk off in there and take the smokes back from this goddamn buzzsaw. She was not going to give them back.
I imagine not.
No, I had to get her by the top of her head and squinch her where her eyes went, you know, like somebody that's had, you know, one of those plastic surgeries. To make her let go. Gave the guy his smokes back. You really ought to do something about that critter. She's an awful pretty cat. And up to that point, I still thought she was a cat. Until...
Uh-oh.
It was time for me to go to the pre-release center, and I had to send her on ahead of me for a buddy who had his wife out on the streets who had these two golden retrievers. And so she took care of Heathen. However, Heathen would get up in a tree they had in the backyard, a eucalyptus. And we're talking about Tucson, Arizona. Big eucalyptus tree. Heathen would get up on the branches and wait for the dogs to come out in the yard sniffing, looking for her. And according to Bonnie, Heathen would drop out of the branches directly onto the back of one of the dogs and not let go. Would latch on and not let go. She wasn't trying to eat the dog, wasn't trying to rip it to shreds, just was, I'm going for a ride and you're going to give it to me.
Nice.
Or are you talking about where when I had Heathen in that little shoebox apartment down on Liberty in Tucson after I got released from I got out of the pre-release center, and I had to have her on a damn chain. Well, I tried with, you know, the normal tether collar. She chewed right through that. Took her all of about 20 seconds. Look at me like, you know, now what are you going to do? So I had to have her on a chain. And we're walking down the street, and all these little kids from this yard, they're all little Mexican kids, they all come running up, you know, El Gato, El Gato, El Gato, and I'm thinking, oh God, no, no, Alto, 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 telling them to stop. Nope, they're not listening to me. Because I'm thinking, this little beast, oh God, I'm going to go back to the penitentiary. How am I going to explain this? And that little shit flopped over on her side and started purring. There's like 8 little kids with their paws and hands all over her. And she is looking at me like, I'm thinking to myself, you
little
bitch. Yeah, she thought, just laying there in the street, just go ahead, you can pet me, you can rub me now. Yes, you may pay homage to me. God, and here I was scared to death I'm going to be back in prison because my bobcat has ripped apart 8 little children. Nope. Of course, the other side of that is, moments later, as we rounded the corner and went up on 12th Avenue, there's the open-air meat market.
Oh, dear.
Heathen can smell fresh meat. Guess what happens?
Oh, no.
Like a guided missile launch. This cat takes off. I have to sit on my butt with the chain in my hands to stop her. She's pissed off. This guy comes out, and he's, man, your cat looks hungry. Just a minute. He goes back inside. He comes back out with this little piece of chuck steak, throws it at Heathen. It's like a tornado, inhales it. And then she's perfectly fine. She's able to walk by the damn thing. God. Talk about wanting to have a stick and just beat the animal senseless. This is the same animal that wouldn't let me into my own apartment unless I paid the toll. I better have hot dogs, tuna fish, and not cat food either. This animal did not want cat food. Oh, we wanted real human food. And that's just how it worked. Not only that, but one of my favorite moments was when Kim was in the shower. And she opened the shower curtain. She's dripping wet naked, and there's Heathen sitting right there staring at her. And she starts screaming for me. I'm like, what? It's a cat. Go around it. But it's staring at me. Probably never seen a wet, naked human female before. What? Bye, little angel.